Alrighty folks, so Summer Games Fest 2025 has came and went, and with that was a game by the name of Splitgate 2. Now if you played Splitgate 1, you're going to be right at home with Splitgate 2. The developer got up on stage and had his little mic drop moment calling out the FPS industry and revealing that Splitgate 2 had a new free-to-play battle royale mode alongside its traditional arena experience, and that's exactly what we're going to get into in this video. This video is going to be a little bit more quick and a little bit more concise, and that's simply because I've been playing Splitgate 2 for several days now since the Summer Games Fest launch, and I've pretty much experienced enough to have an opinion and an idea of what I think about the game. Now, is Splitgate 2 worth playing? Long story short, yes, I do think Splitgate 2 is worth playing. If you were to pull up a game on Steam, you're going to see a lot of mixed reviews, and in all honesty, most of those reviews are specifically regarding the battle pass. A lot of people don't seem to enjoy the battle pass and think that it's too expensive. My thought on the battle pass is that it's not any more expensive than what everyone seems to be more than happy to spend in Call of Duty Warzone. So I don't really understand the complaint there. The battle pass is not mandatory. You do not have to spend money to play the game. You can. It's all cosmetic. You don't get anything that gives you an advantage by spending money in the store on the battle pass. But that's just my view. I don't care how you feel about battle passes. If a game is free to play, it's going to have a battle pass. There's no point in complaining about that anymore. That's just the way it is. It's not going anywhere. They have to make their money somehow. Whether you agree with it or not, that's just how it is. Moving on. Is the game fun? Is it worth playing? I do think the game is fun. I think it's worth playing. I think that as a free-to-play game that's available on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC, it's cross-platform. If you're looking for something that's fast-paced, has solid gunplay and mechanics, it's a good game. If you've ever played Overwatch, and of course if you've played Splitgate 1, the gameplay is practically identical. When I first booted up Splitgate 2 and jumped into a match, I was immediately reminded of Overwatch. The shooting mechanics and the movement feel exactly the same. Now that's not me trying to make a one-for-one comparison about the games overall. They are two completely different games, but in terms of the fluidity and the shooting mechanics, the player movement while in a match, it's almost identical. The portals are a neat little feature. They do offer a mode in the arena play where you don't have to use portals, and in all honesty, during the vast majority of my play time, I rarely saw a ton of people using portals. If you're aware enough in the middle of an engagement or a gunfight to be able to pick out a line of sight, a portal wall that allows you the option to flank or get up to a higher elevation or maybe drop down or something like that. It's really cool to have that feature, but it certainly didn't create this giant gap between being able to play the game well, because some people are really great at using portals and some people aren't. It certainly helps and provides you with more opportunity if you are good at using the portals, but it's not game breaking, and there are modes in the game where portals either don't exist or they're really just not a priority, like domination or team deathmatch. So the arena modes are there. They do have their own little version of limited time modes, you know, team deathmatch, kind of like a search and destroy-esque plant the bomb type thing. At the end of every arena mode, when it's, you know, a draw or you're just coming to the end of it, you do lose your ability to respawn. So it does kind of blend some modes together, but it's all very traditional in the FPS sense. A lot of what you've come to know from these types of arena shooters is there, and it feels good. It's not over the top with character abilities, and there aren't a ton of different legends to choose from. There's 3 different classes, so to speak. They each have their own abilities. You kind of have your light, medium, and heavy class. Again, we've all become very accustomed to that. They do have their own loadout system, which features a variety of weapons, attachments, perks, abilities, etc. The only thing that your character has innately across the board is the ability to jetpack through the air, although it is very limited in its duration and its height. I will say that. You're not going to be able to jetpack for 10 to 15 seconds around the map, and you're certainly not going to be able to jetpack from the ground up to, you know, a 15 or 20 foot tall ledge. It's just not that strong. So the character abilities, whether you like them or not in games, and if you've watched my videos before, you know, I'm kind of personally on the fence about them. I don't really like a whole lot of future tech mech suit type stuff, but this one, it's relatively tame enough and minimal enough to be able to understand it and it not be overwhelmingly handicapped when you're actually playing the game. So there isn't really much to say about the arena modes. There just isn't. They're very straightforward. Again, if you played Splitgate 1, I mean, it's just Splitgate 2. So the arena modes, the team deathmatches, the dominations, all that, it's Splitgate, it's Splitgate 2. It feels like Overwatch. There's nothing much that I can really say about that. I like it. I think it's fun. I think it's a nice leisurely game to play that's not ridiculously sweaty, and it's free. So you don't have to buy the battle pass if you don't want to. Just download it, fool around for a little while with friends, and that's about it. Now, moving on to the Battle Royale. This is something that was not a part of Splitgate 1, that is a part of Splitgate 2, and it is also free. Well, everything that we've already talked about as far as the core game translates over pretty much directly to the Battle Royale experience with all of your traditional Battle Royale mechanics. You land with a default weapon. There are a variety of loot bins on the ground. They range in tier, you know, gray, green, blue, gold, purple, various things like that, where you can pick up a variety of gear, gadgets, attachments, guns, shields, armor plates, etc. There's nothing to really go into there in terms of what the core Battle Royale experience is, because it mimics every other Battle Royale experience, but it is set in the Splitgate 2 universe. Now, overall, I think that the Battle Royale is a solid mode. I think that it's a nice attachment and addition to the core gameplay that comes with Splitgate 2. The only gripe and the only complaint that I personally have, and this is just my opinion, about the Battle Royale experience is the map. I understand that they wanted to do something unique, and I don't fault them for that. That's their prerogative, and it's certainly not game breaking, but the idea of separating these zones of the map into different portal worlds, where you go through a portal, you go through like a barrier, and then you're in a different like world. And in order to not get taken out by the zone, you have to transition back through like a little time warp into another world. I think they could have done without that. I think the game and the gameplay, it's unique enough on its own for a free-to-play game that I think all they really would have needed to do was just make it one big map. I think the different ecosystems, great idea, really cool stuff, don't have a problem with that at all. The snow, the fire, the urban, the whatever. I don't think we needed to separate it into multiple quadrants, and a lot of what I've experienced in the Battle Royale mode, even though this isn't entirely unique to Splitgate 2, is that because you're in these different time warp territories, if you land in an area, a lot of the time, because the game mode is a quads game mode and they don't have like solos, duos, trios, you know, I played pretty much a full quad lobby every single time. It becomes very chaotic and hectic very, very quickly because these territories that the map are divided into are just really small. They feel tight, they feel compact, and they feel small. It's very closed in. I don't think it's game breaking again, and I don't think that it's a bad game, but the only complaint that I have is the map. I think the map could have been expanded upon, open it up a little, make it a little, give it some breathing room, especially since there's so much sliding and jetpacking. There is a lot of movement, and this thing with the time warps and the portals, I don't think it's necessary. I think you just make one big map, have multiple ecosystems within that map, and just open the map up a little bit, make it a little bit more breathable. It's very, very chaotic and hectic in a quads mode. That's with a lot of battle royales though, so that's my only one thing about Splitgate 2. To wrap it up though, of course, there's going to be a lot of people comparing this game to Halo, and from the creators themselves, I mean, the creator, the developer, even at the Games Fest stated specifically that Halo was always one of their favorite games and that they were always heavily inspired by Halo. And in all honesty, again, this is just my opinion, so don't blow a gasket. This really is what Halo probably should have been. Halo Infinite has no player base at all anymore. You can't find a ranked game in Halo. The playlists on Halo are down to the thousands, the single thousands, not even tens of thousands. I know that may fluctuate, but generally speaking, man, Halo Infinite, they thought they were being cute and they just missed the mark, man. They dropped the ball. They thought they were being cute and nobody plays the game. And in all honesty, again, this is really what Halo should have been, and they probably would have done it even better. I mean, this type of arena-based experience, this type of battle royale experience, and this is a free-to-play game. It's not even a game people are being charged for. If that had been done with the last iteration of Halo, I think that Halo could have gone a completely different direction. But now, it's just a dead game. Nobody plays it. And Splitgate 2 kind of offers, a quasi-medium ground for people to jump into if they like that kind of game. So anyway, folks, Splitgate 2 is out. It's available. It's free. If you don't like the battle pass, don't buy it. You get nothing from it. If you like Overwatch Halo style gameplay, you'll feel right at home. It feels good. It's got tight gunplay mechanics, gameplay. The character mechanics feel good. It runs really well. The battle royale mode is okay. It's nice to have in the mix. I'm not blown away by it. I'm not thoroughly impressed by it. There are some elements of it that I feel like are a little confusing and could probably be expanded upon and refined to make the experience better. Maybe they'll do that in the future, maybe not, but guys, it's free. If you're looking for something to jump in on PlayStation, Xbox, PC on a weekend or an afternoon where you just don't really want to think about it too much, Splitgate 2 is a good option. Anyway though, I appreciate you guys listening to me rant and rave about this new game. If you would do me a huge favor and like the video, it helps a ton. Subscribe to the channel too, man. There's no reason not to. It's free. We have a ton of videos going over games with many more to come. And we do stream live here and on Twitch. So I'll see you guys online.